EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium. USAA, an official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, run! Set.
This is Eric Dickerson, four-time rushing champ. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And Sanders now to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That is complete. It's Eric Dickerson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 62 yards. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. He's got daylight. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andre Johnson, 43 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Vinatieri able to take on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set to kick off. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Herbert. That is caught. It's a tight end, Jeremy Shockey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jeremy Shockey, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And Stroud now to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Andre Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Eagles 13.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll try the middle with Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Stroud to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of the half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Stroud coming right back after the pick six. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now he'll and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime.
Makes the score Texans 21, Eagles 20. Adam Vinatieri.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd down and 8. Herbert now. And he's got Shockey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Lion.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Under. 18. What's that?
Final play of the half. Stroud. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Wow, and that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Under. 18. What's that?
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
That's taken in by Arroyo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Stroud will look to throw once more. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get
around. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. and this is going to remain a one-point game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Dickerson trying the right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Eric Dickerson, 42 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
The Eagles will set up.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. It's caught. Smith. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jeremy Shackey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab,
jab, and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. That's historic former Raider Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. And the return will stop right around the 25. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try to get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Inside give to Dickerson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The Eagles will set up.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Texans 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he rifles one incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texas. 18.
And Stroud now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set.
Dickerson on the handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd and 7.
21. Set.
Running it with Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Ray. Set.
They'll run now with Dickerson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Kappa.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
All right.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Under.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Rashawn Wright. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have... On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
The Texans will line up for
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball